we rarely get to see Alter Ego.
Jushin too, right? Yeah, see? Everyone loves Jushin.
Of course, of course. I lost my favorite thought. But yeah, Jushin is a hero that actually activates most of the junglers, even when they're assassin junglers. Obviously, Fredrin with the Jushin or any utility jungler with the Jushin is already pretty good. But if you play the assassin, just because of your mid lane prio, how strongly you can affect the mid lane when it comes to the laning stage, that makes Jushin really a big threat when it comes to... It's really a first pick worthy hero.
Honestly, it's very interesting where Munta tried to adjust her, thinking like, okay, now we'll see something. He was like, no, you kind of made it stronger.
Yep. It's really difficult to balance this hero, right? Because again, it has such a unique mechanic that outranges literally everybody at level 1, and there's nothing you can do about it, you know? With the only exception being Kimmy, but that's only when her passive is up and you can zone her off the wave anyways.
Yeah. I kind of don't want Munta to adjust her that much.
But
there's so many nerfs to Jushin, but still first pick worthy.
Yeah. It's kind of like Cho. The kit is always going to be relevant.
The kit is always so good.
Yeah. I think Cho and Claude, they're both like M-series heroes, you know?
Yeah. Fanny as well.
No, here's the thing. I really have this theory. There are certain heroes, no matter what, you can one-trick them. Like Cho is the best example. Even if the damage Cho is bad, you have tank. If tank Cho is bad, you go damage. And if either is bad, your kick is going to be so good, it doesn't matter.
Cho is a type of hero where you can have a 10-month drought in a year, and then come the M-series, it will still be a success. It will still be a priority pick, you know?
That's why he has a lot of skins.
It's so good. It's so... I wouldn't be too surprised if there was like a subreddit r/Way of the Dragon just for Cho. It makes so much sense.
Yep, there you go. We
talked about both of these heroes, the first Jushin and then the Grok.
Grok into Leomord. They banned out the Freya at the very least, so still respect there from Rora.
Okay, so how do you answer this, Alter Ego? You don't necessarily want to go for the Claude immediately because there's the Grok. I think you also can take away Harith. At the same time, though, that will be not a good hero for it. So this is super duper interesting for Alter Ego because now we can see how they will now manage to counter the Leomord. Previously, they went in for the Claude, then eventually the Suyo.
Yep.
However, because they super duper interesting for Alter Ego because now we can see how they will now manage to counter.
Most of the heroes we talk about is here.
Well, I was expecting the Cho. I wasn't so sure about the user. I was thinking more along the lines of Sora first to kind of keep things open, but this is a very direct way to play the comp.
I think the Farsa will be picked up here by Aurora, but then again, Harith is also available. I think just between those two heroes will be the third pick here for Aurora. I think the Farsa is a much better pickup, though.
I mean, like, here's the thing. This is why I feel like Alter Ego, they're lying by being honest. Because, again, look at that draft. They're like, okay, we kind of know where everything is going, but at the same time, you're like, wait, where is this going?
Yeah. Well, what we do know is that Aurora is going into that funnel direction. This Farsa and the Grok, a worthy adversary to a Cho Jushin mid lane. I think that matchup is so even. I mean, of course, the first wave literally favors the Farsa and the Grok because of the wall, the third round part, but from then on, this mid lane battle is probably one of the strongest mid lane battles we'll ever get to see.
No, I appreciate this duo, you know. Jushin and Farok are amazing.
Groksa.
I like that. I like that a lot better. I kind of like Farok.
Farok, yeah.
Because you can create a skin. Farshot. Nah, but like Rock, you know, like imagine Farsa with the guitar and Grok with drums.
I like that.
That's a skin idea.
That's a skin idea.
Yeah, that's
rock out.
Make it happen.
That's the duo that's going to be rocking my world in just a little bit. Uranus ban for the side of AE. I think this is to be expected. Do they want to double down with an Esme on top of it, or do they want to diversify?
I think the Esmeralda just is such a good ban because they will not have enough for that. They only have the Cho and the Jushin. There are a few heroes that can actually survive this mid lane duo, and Esmeralda is definitely one of those heroes. I think it's a worthy ban. At the same time, there was a time where the Glue and the Farsa was used to counter the Yuzhong. Even someone like Sanford, who mains the Yuzhong, will not survive that kind of lane. So Glue and Esmeralda might be the choices here for Zephyr when it comes to the ban.
Yep. So right now for Aurora, they already banned out the Guinevere. What other jungler are they looking out for? It looks like they want to take away the Esmeralda, so there's a good chance.
They want a Lapu, I feel like.
Yeah.
And Harith, obviously. I think this is a fourth pick Harith for Aurora. And now if you're Zephyr, you're going to be thinking about, do I ban Harith or do I focus on the Edward hero? I believe that banning out Dominkite might be better because you can really never have enough bans against Edward.
Do you feel like Aurora will go Claude?
Oh, man.
I think Aurora will go Harith.
All right.
I think most comfortable, they go Harith. Worst comes to worst, they go Granger, right?
Yes. It's not even... I wouldn't say, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the Harith ban. Well done, Zephyr. But then you're left with Granger still for Aurora. Oh.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like Granger used to have the Claude, so it's like still good, you know?
Yeah, it's still good no matter what, but at the end of the day, you know that the Cho on the other side, you have to take the Purify, which does hurt the odds in the lane when you end up fighting and go for the all-in, considering how often we see both teams kind of rotate to the opposite sides of the map.
Yeah. Okay, like oh, they still went Claude. Well done. Well, they steal it away, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like the whole theme of M7 as well is just to make sure that you win lane.
Yeah.
And again, Claude has a favorable lane against most matchup.
Exactly.
Now that the Freya is not there, even against a Granger, it's still going to be fine.
I really like it. Now, I think you're left with that.
Did they go Yisun Shin?
Yisun Shin against Farsa, Grok, and Leomord. That might be really bad
very
for
hard,
Ultra Ego. I think they will just go Suyo, honestly. Suyo, Granger. Just run it back.
Run it back, but it's going to cost them a little bit. It's a good call by Hero Wolf, but at the same time, the damage profile doesn't really... It's a lot more manageable for the side of Aurora. Antiques come through, and some dumb ices. It's going to be a tough game.
Now, Glue is just perfect, I would say, for Aurora. Patrick, with this kind of composition, that's going to really tear up Alter Ego apart. But then, the safest option is the Lapu-Lapu. You can always just go back to that.
I think there is an opportunity to go above and beyond and play Arlet because there's a lot of enablers for the side of Aurora, and you need somebody who actually can force out not only Purifies, but shove Jushin back into the fight.
This is a bit off, but I kind of feel like I kind of hope there's no more skins for the Glue, so that can be the ultimate skin that he has.
Aurora.
And now Aurora, they finish it up with the Sora. Again, a lot of crowd control, and when you do need it, you can go for more damage. What do you think about the side lane matchups here, Wolf?
Pretty even, but... Nah, I think it's Sora-sided. Yeah, I would go for Aurora, actually. After a few seconds of thinking, this is Aurora.
I think it really depends on who's going to get that first blood. If Nino wins out his lane, I think this is going to be a very interesting mid-game.
I mean, like, again, this is all about momentum. Whoever has, I would say, the good 5 minutes of the game can really start to control the tempo. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the drafts has been done. We're jumping into Broken Walls for game number 2 of this grand finals. Now we're going to give it back to Leo, Trex, and Mirko.
Select adjustments coming in from these two teams going into game number 2. Will Alter Egos changes spell a different result, or will Aurora continue to push forth?
I like it at this point. I mean, here's my big problem coming from Aurora. Coming from Aurora for AE. The Sora right now, I think, was the winning piece of this draft in my mind. I think it's something that it's gotten overlooked in the last game, and right now coming in, it's going to be something that can jump into the back line, can do damage to Arfi, can get onto Hijume, and can also be a nice, bulky frontliner for Aurora Gaming PH.
Is the best way to win a draft from the red side, using red 5 this well.
Yeah, it's really, really good by Aurora Gaming Philippines there, but I think for Alter Ego, they've built a very, very good core foundation for those neutral objective takes. The Yuzong with the Suyo. It seems to be the answer against the Leomord right now. SRG played it, got a really good game against Alter Ego.
It's one of the few key wins on the hero that has almost been forgotten since last year's World Championships. Also, the reason why this is such a comfortable Suyo game for Yasuke is there's only really one painful source of magic damage, and that's Yue. Yep. And this lineup, I'd say, is built to hunt down Yue. Nino on the Yuzhong, even Alec can, get pokey and kick him right out of the skies.
Yeah, but getting the Grok and then getting the Leomord is something that's going to be able to stop that. It's something that's going to be a big problem for Alter Ego. And last game, Yasuke also had a nice hunting hero, but he wasn't able to find the angles. So this time, a lot of it's going to come down to, can he finally get past Aurora Gaming to those heroes?
Turtle spawning in the lower quarter of the map. You'll see that the Claude will try to push fast, clear it, get double waves, and then join the fight.
After a long time of not seeing Suyo, well, hold on, Demoncat gets completely zoned. This is a Turtle 1 take for free for Alter Ego, unless Edward gets kind of petrified. Now it's going to be Ali on the way to Dragon, but it's going to be Edward who's still able to go for the CC immune just a bit. Now take it very low, flickers out of safety as Hijime can't get quite close enough.
Frederick, you were saying?
I was saying, the Suyo, it's so rarely picked up that a lot of teams going up against it would just not be prepared for it. But it seems like for Aurora Gaming Philippines, they know how fast a Suyo can go, and that's why Yue, Edward, Domeng, they're playing it so safe.
But can they stop it from its speed? We're already seeing a first turtle go into Alter Ego. This might not be a composition that Aurora Gaming wants to take the super slow route to. At some point, they do need to try to fight it out.
And I think that's dictated by their jungler. You kind of want to snowball, not as fast as you would like a true assassin, but with a Leomord, you kind of want to get the most out of that power spike you get when you have your War Axe and then your Brute Force. From there, you kind of feel unstoppable. I know I did this morning. They're trying to jump on Edward. I think Nino knew that Yue was hiding in there.
Something was fishy about that.
Again, you don't see it. That means you see it.
Taking a look at the items right now. Arfi looking for Hunter Strike or an impossible early Sky Piercer. He's going to go straight to Sky Piercer,
He's going to skip it.
Did that yesterday as well. He likes to go for that Sky Piercer up front, but wait!
Great reaction from Hijime, but it's a bit late now. Has to burn the Flicker. So it's light with the Flicker and also Hijime.
Both teams really just testing the waters right now. No big full commit engages, but seeing what the other team is going to do.
His limit testing, and now Arfi, Hijo de Oro, finds that early Sky Piercer. Now it's up to Alter Ego to ride that wave.
No retry, and Yuzuki didn't even get it there, the green camp. So this is info for Demon Kai to utilize.
So last time that we saw Arfi go for this early Sky Piercer, there was a quick gank up to the gold lane. I mean, either after this turtle or maybe even give up the turtle and go for it, but it's all about trying to get Arfi these stacks as soon as possible.
Time's a ticking. We'll see if that kind of rotation will be the play for Alter Ego. But what is clear is they want this second turtle. Massive presence from El Familia here. Aurora Gaming want to contest.
Edward jumping in. Hijime no Flicker. Going to be brought back into the better airstrike now. Hijime taking very low. Plays a new way from Domeng.
And back at the Lord. Edward does find the kill, but Demon Kai finds Nino.
It's an all-out win for Aurora Gaming Philippines. Yue trying to go for the stun onto Arfi now. 3-0, and even a turtle taken by Aurora.
Say what you will about Aurora's draft, it being very ult-dependent and timing reliant. They found the perfect timing. They used every single ult that mattered to take down 3 members of AE and the second turtle too. That's one of the major problems I have with the Suyo. When the hero was big, this was still one of the major problems. Is there's too many dudes in there. And look at this major cut.
Oh, Dragon, good sidestep by Demon, kind of ganking the bottom lane. Nino going to be dove on now as they turret juggle, and Edward takes to the skies to pick up a killing spree.
Aurora Gaming giving Alter Ego the Alter Ego treatment right now.
Right, caught on the way to Dragon now. They're going to give over a stack to Arfi. So they get something on the map, but Aurora get more value.
It's a good trade for the Northern Lights, an XP laner and a turret for a lone roamer. It's very rare that El Padre Nino gets told what to do. That's just not how it works. Even when they're losing, he's usually the one who wins the lane, who tries to gain back parts of the map. But here, that's a non-starter. Aurora Gaming are dictating the pace, and how unfortunate is it that it's in that same side of the map that the final turtle will spawn.
Another big problem, Yasuke already taking this death, right? And even when Suyo was meta, it wasn't a hero that you wanted to die this early on. It wasn't a hero that you wanted to lose turtles on. And now that that's happened in the current meta, I'm wondering how far back is Yasuke as of now?
We'll see in the items. We'll check in just a bit. The final turtle will be spawning about 50 seconds. Big fight starts.
All in, you blink and you miss it. Arfi disintegrated. Now they're just trying to go for the defense. Petrify on towards Domeng. Nino going at it over. Gets the knockup as well. Nino on the back now doing more damage as Demon Kai goes in with a steed and runs through Nino.
2 members down on the side of Alter Ego Esports. A huge gank from Aurora Gaming, sending RP back to the base.
El Familia is getting crumbs. Alms. Yasuke is starving. All that upstairs for a turtle. The map doesn't check out. Edward spots Hijime here. Goes into thunder form.
Jose in on the Hijime, forcing a flicker. Edward with a flicker himself. Now RP trying to go for the damage, but it's Yue with the shot. RP getting barriered away now. Low gets smacked by Light.
There is no escape right now from Aurora Gaming Philippines. Alec does jump in though.
What a peel there. Tectonic charge. And the blazing duet from Domeng. Nino taking very low, so able to sustain for some bit. Domeng goes back in. Nino still there. It's going to be Alan with Kundo and Yasuke now. Going out of a Demon Kite as his horse.
Alec just trying to get away, but Demon Kite doesn't want to let it happen. Yasuke look for the re-engage.
Weller canceled. Now the blade surge backward. Feather airstrike coming down, and they zone Alter Ego from the purple buff.
Let me commend a play that happened off screen that made the tail end of that sequence immaculate for Aurora Gaming PH. Demon Kite used the Phantom Steed just to get there.
Yep.
So again, the map awareness and communications on Aurora Gaming side is on another level. Yesterday, last night, back-to-back, 2 teams that are so good at fighting, so good at macro. SRG and Liquid, they did not play this way.
Nope, they did not. And the mechanical awareness on top of that, Leo. Light canceled out the dive from Nino, which would have been a sure kill.
You know, at this point, we just saw the gold spread. Overall, the 2,000 gold lead is pretty divided between 5 members of Aurora Gaming. Alter Ego still not completely out of this, but if it continues on this track, it's going to be tough for them. Whoa!
Go Hijime back, feathered airstrike, so much thrown at Hijime, and he can't handle it. Neither can Nino. He has to use the Black Dragon form defensively.
This was the MO for SRG last night. That one game they won, and that game 4, where it seemed like they were going to equalize, they attacked the heart of Alter Ego's lineup. They attacked Hijime, denied him the game, denied him from playing. But here, it's all the more evident. The Zushin's short to mid-range utility isn't accessible at this time. Lord for free going over to Aurora.
You know, looking at the back at the draft. That's okay.
No blade surge.
Edward jumps in and kills him. Edward on a tanky Sora, still packing such a huge punch. I think he could 1v1 just about anybody on Alter Ego Esports right now.
Mirko, Trex, I've never seen Edward this driven. He plays the same game as he did with the Lapu Lapu, 6-1 and 4.
Oh, wait.
He found the angle.
This is nasty.
Mirko, you know how Light does this.
The tech charge, now Edward with a pullback on RP. And he gets the killing spree, but Edward gets shut down. You were able to stun over on Hijime.
2 members for the price of Edward, plus huge amounts of space right before the Lord meets the base.
No matter what team Light plays for, RSG, TNC, Warcaster Force, Big Intron,
XBT.
and now Aurora, he's the same high IQ player, finds that massive tech charge. Holy Shield up top. Alter Ego looking to protect the real estate. Bottom lane is gonna pop as well. 5K up Aurora Gaming.
You know what I was saying was, I feel like that first phase of drafting, the Jushin was not worth giving over the Grok and the Leomord. I think you take the Grok, you take the Leomord, you give over the Jushin and the other one, and you still get the Farza. Anything. I think Alter Ego, not just in the gameplay, but also the draft, they are getting outmaneuvered right now, and there needs to be an answer soon.
Man, feather airstrike over on RP, doesn't have flicker. And now it's gonna be the barrier coming down again. It's Edward. Go into the skies, trying to go for a slam. Yazuki in the bottom lane. Just really trying to go for a trade, but the waves aren't crashing in just yet.
Yazuki looking for some bottom lane play. Anything, and this is what Yazuki always does well. Even when they're losing, he looks for playing the map. He steals away buffs, he finds towers. He's able to play the map a bit, and it's gonna staunch the bleeding slightly, right? It's a small band-aid on a big flesh wound.
And that flesh wound is ringing to the tune of 5,000 gold up. Half a minute till the Lord spawns, upper quarter. Alter Ego Esports can only pray and hope to get lucky to contest because the map doesn't belong to them at all. Demon Kite can willy-nilly rough shot, just hit the Phantom Steed, and 10 seconds later, be the same kind of threat. Alter Ego Esports, I'll say now, one of their possible win conditions, their outs here, is to get a pick off on Yue. That's a start.
Yeah, Alex got to make a big play, some sort of big kick, but the thing is, his light is outmaneuvering him time and time again. Nino can't even go in with a big black dragon and look for these big petrifies because Domain just shreds him down.
Oh, Alec.
Down a bad spot.
Way too aggressive. Edward didn't want to go for the flicker just yet, but the airstrike coming down over on Alec as Yasuke gets pulled back, but is able to blade surge out of there. And now it's Rora knocking on Alter Ego's base.
Lord's gonna spawn in about 20 seconds. Hijume still unable to find his footing. He's miserable in a situation like this. He can't clear waves as effectively as Yue, and he's on the back foot. How does this national champion throw back to his days in Bali, 2022, the prime of his career? How do they close this 7,000 gold gap? Not inside the base, I'll tell you now. It's got to come from somewhere else.
Already a winner crowned for Domain Kite at this point, which means he can be even more aggressive on this big advance. Demon Kite now starting off for the Rose Gold, making him be able to be even more aggressive. They are preparing for this attack like they're gonna try to end it here.
That is the Lord up top, gonna crash into that turret. Say goodbye. Bottom lane and mid seems to be the point of contention. The defense, feathered airstrike by Yue. Not much of a response.
They force the Crimson Beacon out from Hijume. Light just fainted. He went, huh! And Hijume reacted. He flinched. 2 base turrets on the sides. That is the worst combo you could find. And again, it's what LaFell said. Farok, Roxa, that combo, brother, is too much.
I'm partial to Farok. And there's the Farsa starting it up. Phantom Steed from Demon Kite. Turn in mid, about to go down.
Edward, oh my god, Light jumps in again! Tech charge! Now Hijume taking low, they're still able to go for it. Nino with the fears down in the petrify, but he won't be able to lock them down for long. A cannon in the mid lane as Edward dives in with a crown. Yasuke clears out the cannon in, but they have another wave.
RP with a couple of free shots and down. Not yet, Edward able to just get away again.
He's ticking down! Hijume able to get a shutdown. Demon Count on the horse again. Jumps on Yasuke. Bang! Hijume gets away with the Crimson Beacon. Dominguez on the base. They can't just end it right here as Nino jumps in, but Yue!
RP keeps on kiting back and forth. He's able to push him away with a couple more shots.
Alpha Amelia stands, still breathing. A 10th left on the base, refusing to go down.
Edward got some kind of plot armor, brother. After losing M4, now in the same arena, something's clicking.
At this point, I mean, I couldn't even see his health bar at that point.
Yeah.
And the Shaw residue was on him. There was no reason for him to be able to walk out of that alive right now. He's got the Jakarta energy right now. It's in favor.
You saw his soul almost leave his body, but his body pulled it right back. He's like, no, I ain't dying here. Not today.
He was burning. There was a little bit of a sting there from Hijume, but he refused to go down. The map is going to correct itself given the moment of melancholy for Alter Ego. They get to get out of their base for the first time in a while. They get to push out, but with all of their base turrets taken out, where do they find a play? I'll tell you now, it's got to come from Nino somewhere, somehow. He's the only real easy way in.
They got to go back to back. It can't just be Nino because Nino, he can bait out the Purify, but then what, right? You need someone else to follow up on the Purify that's used.
I hate this. This is rough. Right now, Hijume.
Pops in the Crimson Beacon, it's now or never now. Light jumps in the backline, won't be able to find anything now as Ale goes for the Raiders Dragon. Yasuke is able to go for the Blazers, but now Edward!
RP taken out along with Yasuke. Wait, yes.
He gets stomped to the ground, curb stomp, that's Yue. In a 1v1 against Nino as Domain goes for the BMI. Domain! Guns Hijume down! Now it's the base next to the chopping block, and Aurora go 2-0 in the grand finals.
Blinded by the Northern Lights' surgical precision and the seemingly plot armor that keeps their players alive, Alter Ego's signature aggression quelled once more.
Momentum has been built on the side of Aurora PH. And like I said, it feels like from draft to game, they are in control. Professor X has got to go back to the drawing board. He's got to think about something because the trades just aren't feeling right.
Kay Sam Ives Wolf, no puedo mention this.
H. And like I said, it feels like from draft to game, they are in control. Professor X has got to go back to the drawing board. He's got to think about something because the trades just aren't feeling right.
Kay Sam Ives Wolf, no puedo mention this.
They took those days where they were off, but it was completely different to the Edward of M4, the Blacklist of M4, who maybe went through the upper bracket finals. Again, as Oheb said, they just weren't ready for the other picks. Aurora had that experience. They used it. They had to keep on sharpening their swords.
A little food for thought. Maybe our panel can delve in deeper. Did Aurora pick up a little bit of liquid stampede in their gameplay going into the grand finals?
Something that I can say, man, Mr. Consistent and the light system, man. Like, both of them did this front line. You can't go through them. You can't go through light. You can't go through Edward. You want to go to the back line, but this two won't let that happen.
Let me tell you something. I'm so impressed with Aurora PH. Their defense is insane. Their man-to-man defense, the reactions to a lot of the moments, light, and as well, as you've mentioned before, Mr. Consistent absolutely won't let anything get past them. These engages have been ridiculous. The tectonic charges as well. But I think the biggest flaw that we saw throughout this game was the way that they were trying to bait out resources, specifically from Hijime.
Yeah, I think it's also evident that the first turtle is the priority for both of our teams. We mentioned before the actual series started that this might be a game where it might go long, but it will only have like short games in it. Like it could be a 4-2 game, a 4-2 series, but the games will be short. It's so snowbally, and it's because of the draft. You can see that Aurora have been drafting to focus on their laning stage into the first turtle fight. And so far, with the first 2 games that we've seen, that has been the priority, and they were successful in accomplishing that.
Yeah, take a bit what Mirko said is that Alter Ego, they want to play their identity, but it keeps getting banned out, right? So this is where really Alter Ego needs to start going in deep. And it's also good that Aurora, being on second pick, being on red side, they were able to get winning matchups, right? Get their mid trio first, and then see what's available, pick up the Claude, and it eventually does pick up that Sora. And again, M7, the laning phase, man, is absolutely important. But for now, we're going to be looking at the MVP of the game, and looks like it's Mr. Consistent. It's Edward on that Sora, man.
No doubt about it. I think everybody can see if it was not going to be Mr. Consistent, it was going to be live. These people are playing out of their minds here in the grand finals. Huge engagements. But the best part about him is the fact that he's purely abusing the passive coming in from Sora. Hey, just because I've got a lot of max HP, don't mean I can't throw hands.
Casters asked the question, did they actually adapt a liquid stampede into their draft? I think that this is the epitome of that stampede. I think we saw Edward just play this Sora with the high octane kind of gameplay where he's not stopping him making a play. I think that really fits that kind, like this hero fits that kind of play style because you have low cooldown ultimates, low cooldown skills, you can swap between your forms, and if you have the proper targets, you can actually eliminate them. You're gonna see that through the highlights, his target acquisition coming up from Edward is stellar.
It's so very good. And with the addition of Light to cover the other angles that he can't, his engagements have been absolutely nasty. And this is one of the few times, right? So many people have been saying on the internet, hey, when is Edward? He may be Mr. Consistent, but if you give him just a little bit of love, a little bit of resources, he can carry this game, and you see it right here.
That tech charge. And by the way, in that last highlight of this game, you're gonna see the Sora of Edward catch and snag 2 of the most important heroes for Alter Ego. He's gonna get the jungler and the gold layer. Look at that. Tie them together with that Cloud. Is that not an MVP-esque performance? Might be one of the best plays that we've seen all throughout the finals.
I gotta say, Gideon, like, as cool as junglers and goal laners are, man, these kind of games are the reason why I play Rome. These are the kind of games I play EXP because, dude, it's just so cool.
So much fun.
It feels good that the meta is also highlighting every different aspect of these roles. For us, at the very least, in our own individual roles, this is cool to watch. Aurora, with their 20-5 kill score, something needs to change. And I think that EE need to recognize that they can't just simply fight for the sake of fighting against Aurora. The response times are just too good.
Yeah. You can see that Aurora has good mastery of this kind of playstyle where they are good at utility junglers, and then they're also good at hybrid junglers. Like, well, technically, let's just say they're fighter junglers.
Yeah, fighters, yeah.
Shin, that's Leomord, as well as the Suyo. If it's Suyo eventually, I don't know if Aurora will eventually play that hero, but that is like the hybrid. It's not an assassin, it's not a utility.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's not necessarily going to the back lines. It's really about accelerating your team.
Exactly.
And then when it really needs you, you go for those neutral objectives.
that's something. You can maybe say that Alpha is considered to be part of that, but it's not there. Before M7, only Shin can play that kind of role, the third type of jungler. But because of M7, because of the new fighter emblem, because of the new archetypes we have, the Chastised Pauldron, maybe this is where we can see that heroes like that can be available. That's why we can expect this Leomord to be a hero that the two teams will actually, they will try to get it taken from each other.
Honestly, that's why I'm a little bit sad that it's only really Leomord that's viable as a fighter in the jungle. Like, yes, we got hybrids like the Shin, but not gonna lie, I kind of miss the days of Martis in the jungle.
Oh yeah,
right. I might even take a Balman because that tunk into taking those objectives is pretty cool. I really hope, like, for the future tournaments, we see a little bit more variation when it comes to the fighters. I kind of feel like when it comes to the assassins as well as the tanks, we kind of have a staple already.
Where can we put Guinevere in that kind of category?
I'm okay to put Guinevere if it's like a damage kind of thing. Like, she can set, but I want to see a different type of Guinevere where she kind of go in and she can, like, in a way, like, assassinate, if you get what I mean.
I totally get what you mean, but it's tough because, again, Guinevere, what's really making her good is the fact that her kit allows her to kind of get in and out of the pit specifically. But if you miss your abilities, you miss your magic thumb, you're kind of dead in the water, right? That's the big issue with her. And none of her builds really accelerated other than tank.
Aulus is getting a revamp.
Oh, it really needs a revamp, dear.
No, here's the thing. I saw the revamp.
Is it cool?
It's very cool because you can tell what kind of skin he's gonna get.
Okay.
Like, if you see it, you think of swordsman, you think of demons.
Swordsman and demons.
You think of slayers or hunters as well.
So
just trust. If I show you the new ult,
a ninja from Naruto.
No. If you see the ult, you're like, okay, you know what? I already know what skin this
Sandy
guy
from SpongeBob.
No.
Oh no.
Nice try.
I'm trying to think of the Japanese name. Kimenetsu no Yaiba.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
there you
the
go.
one.
There you
that
go.
is the one.
Just trust. New Aulus low-key looks pretty cool.
I'll wait for it to come out because, again, Aulus is just one of those heroes that you're like, oh my goodness, I've committed myself to 20 minutes of the game.
No. This one is gonna be early game because the ult, like that straight thing. Now it just keeps on slashing forward.
It's a Benedetta ult.
So
No. It's kind of like
Suyo.
yeah, kind of like a Suyo, but it just keeps on going.
Ooh, boy.
So you can tell, like, okay, I kind of know what kind of skin this guy is gonna get.
That's pretty sick.
That's kind of like a sword now.
Well, we'll see when the time does actually come.
Because this is like younger Aulus.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the revamp. So from old Aulus now to his younger days.
The kids can't relate to old Aulus. We got to make him young now. It's the only answer.
Gen Z's running the business,
6'7".
so you gotta have to. Gen Z.
No. I'm not going to accept that. That is Gen Alpha.
That's Gen Alpha.
Yeah,
We talked about this in the podcast, bro.
Yeah, we do. But even
It's
most of our talents are 19. Like the year starts off 19, right?
I'm not going to dox him just yet because we still have a little bit to discuss here, specifically when it comes down to AE trying to figure out a way to break through this impenetrable wall. I think a couple of adjustments that it could be good, it could be bad, really just is dependent on how antsy you are. Because the early game, I don't think that AE had a god-awful early game. I just think that a lot of their abilities were coming out kind of for free, right? The smoke and mirrors is really making them tear up.
I have a very immediate or maybe a band-aid patch to this problem that AE is facing. If they eventually get back to the blue side, remember they banned the Khalid as their third ban? Maybe if they just ban the Grok, things will be different. However, the only problem with that is that the Jushin will definitely be banned by the side of Aurora if the Grok is banned. But I think that you'd rather face the Khalid than the Grok, especially when you're facing someone like Light who really mastered this hero down to the T.
And again, it's just one of those heroes because Grok is, even if he's not having a good game, you can have that one big set, and then you're like, what have I been doing for the past 50 minutes, right? So one of the things that I do want to see is some kind of playmaker for Arfi, because so far Arfi has been doing quite well here in the M7, where first of all he controls his own lane, right? He doesn't need any kind of gank; he can deal with it himself. And then during a fight, you're not thinking about it, but then all of a sudden he's there and he's wrecking shop. So I kind of feel like we gotta need something like Freya-esque, where he doesn't need help, and in fact he will help someone.
Well, I was thinking about this a lot. I was thinking about what would be the other replacement to the Freya in this lane. I would make an argument for Benedetta, but I don't think her base numbers coming into the mid-game, especially once you're past level 8, is going to be enough to kind of keep it up. Because right, at the end of the day, your emblems, having to take Festival of Blood, takes away from how much damage you can actually pump out compared to Master Assassin.
There was a hero that actually they could have picked up that Arfi likes, that's also Freya-esque, the CC.
Yeah.
So far, 4-0 for Alter Ego Esports. I look at their stats that they have not lost with that hero. Definitely can be played in the gold lane. Usually we see it in Nino, but I think that it also fits the bill of like having a fighter that kind of scales, but also helps your teammates in a much more amplified manner.
Plus, how hard is it to play CC, right?
Yeah.
How hard is it?
No, not gonna lie. Even people on TikTok are like fuming. It's like, oh my god, I trained for months to master Yuzong. And I go up against the CC, there's like skill 1.
Imagine playing
skill
in Uranus.
Imagine playing in Uranus. You know what? EXP is so exciting,
riveting,
that some of those heroes just kind of like ruin it a bit. But right now we're going to throw it over to the host, where I believe they're going to update us a bit about Magic Chess Go Go. So right now we're throwing it over to the stage to see what's up with that.
Thank you very much to our casters. Before we continue the quest of finding our new M7 champion, we have here with us the Magic Chess Go Go champions. A round of applause, our newly crowned champion.
Hello guys, congratulations. May you please introduce yourself to the world.
Привет, как дела? Пожалуйста, представься. Всем привет. Меня зовут Флокси. Все хорошо. Настрой победный. Спасибо всем, кто поддерживал. Hey guys, my nickname is Floxy. I'm doing pretty well. Feeling myself as a champ now. Thanks for everyone for your support.
Yes, now Floxy, congratulations on winning the GO1 World Championship. Tell us about it. How are you? How did you prepare for it?
Расскажи, пожалуйста, как ты готовился и какие трудности встретились на твоем пути? Я готовился к турниру, участвуя на различных турнирах в своем регионе, играл в ранкед, пытался разбирать ошибки. Из трудностей у меня возникли трудности с перелетом, поэтому я не мог основательно подготовиться к турниру.
So basically I was preparing by playing tournaments in my region, in the ECA. I participated in many of them just to train myself, to analyze my gameplay and basically to prepare for MCGG Go 1. And from the challenges, I would like to mention that the fight here took me a lot of time.
Oh, wow. And I'm pretty sure being a champion is not easy. You have to go through so much. Perhaps what is the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome to become a champion today?
Расскажи, пожалуйста, про самое большое препятствие на твоем пути сюда, как чемпиона.
Самым большим препятствием, наверное, думаю, было основательно подготовиться и поймать, так сказать, волну игры.
The hardest obstacle was to prepare as good as possible and basically to prepare for the games because it was a little bit exciting.
Yes, it was definitely exciting. And you know what? Coming from a grand finals yourself, coming from a championship yourself, currently we are having the grand finals of the M7 World Championship where Alter Ego Esports is currently going up against Aurora Gaming Philippines. Floxy, who do you think will win tonight?
Как ты думаешь, кто победит, Alter Ego или Aurora Page?
Мне кажется, победит Alter Ego. На самом деле, я их небольшой фанат, как и Team Spirit. Вот, поэтому я надеюсь, что победит Alter Ego.
So basically, I'm a big fan of Alter Ego, so I'm cheering up for them because Team Spirit is not here anymore, so Alter Ego is my choice.
Currently, Alter Ego is down 0-2. Do you have any message to Alter Ego, like any boost or any buff since you're just a newly crowned champion?
Хочешь ли ты передать Alter Ego какие-то слова поддержки?
Конечно, игра не заканчивается на 2 проигранных картах. Всегда есть шанс камбэкнуть, поэтому я верю в вас, Alter Ego.
So basically, this game is the best of 7 series. So guys, keep it up. You're gonna win it. Alter Ego, let's go.
What a very positive message. And finally, Floxy, is there anyone who would you like to thank or dedicate the victory to?
Фокси, хочешь ли ты кому-то передать привет, либо поблагодарить за поддержку, либо посвятить кому-то эту победу?
Я хочу передать привет всем, кто меня поддерживал. Привет ESEA региону, всем стримерам, ютуберам, родителям. Всем спасибо.
Yeah, so big shout out to everyone for supporting me, to my region, ESEA, to my parents, to all of the streamers and YouTubers who were restreaming the MCGG Go 1 finals. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much, and once again, congratulations, Floxy. That it is from me and Glenn. But right now, we are going to be throwing it over to the stage with Eterna and Brigida. Let's see what you guys have in store for us. Thank you so much, Rose. Thank you so much, Glenn. It's Eterna here with
Nona.
Oh yeah, we have Nona up on stage. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome.
Hello.
Hi. We're so excited.
Guys. Yeah, it's so nice to have them here on stage. I'm so glad that we are finally standing beside Nona right here.
So with that being said, do you mind introducing yourselves once more for the MLBB community that's watching right now?
Hi everyone, we are Nona.
That's so cute. Could we ask them individually though, especially for our global audience out there? Starting with you.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Nona Christie.
Hi Nona Christie.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Esther.
Hi Nona Esther.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Baila.
Hello Nona Baila.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Shaz.
Hello Nona Shaz. Okay, so that's all 4 of them right now, but I might just want to talk to someone specific among you guys. So I'm looking at you, Christy. You're right beside me here. I have a couple questions for you because I heard that you've been playing Mobile Legends for a long time. Could you tell us how long you've been playing Mobile Legends?
Okay, I've been playing about 10 years.
10 years?
But it's just for fun. Yeah. But yeah, maybe next season we might not gonna perform on stage.
Okay. They might want to play. Yeah. They want to compete on stage. They might be the ones sitting on these
we're
chairs.
as Nona. No.
As Nona. Okay. You might need one more, but we're excited to see that. So you've been playing for 10 years, and what role do you usually play?
Role? I love playing mage.
Okay.
And my favorite character is Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Like Esmeralda.
Okay. So, for all the Esmeralda mains out there, you're not alone because it looks like Christy also plays that hero. Now, Nona, you're here up on stage here at M7, and we're in the grand finals right now. So we have 2 competitive teams that are fighting for that M World Championship title. We have a team from the Philippines, which is Aurora Gaming from PH, and we also have a team from Indonesia, Alter Ego. Now, do you mind sharing us one by one who you guys are supporting today? Okay, sure. Together?
Yeah, so this is a competition indeed. We know that everyone works so hard. So we support both. Anyone who win this competition deserves it. But we watched the tournament last night and we saw Alter Ego winning. So as fellow Indonesian, we were so proud.
Oh, Alter Ego has their vote. So do you have a message maybe that you want to share to Alter Ego? You want to share a message, Esther?
For Alter Ego, good luck on this competition. We're so excited and we can't wait to watch the rest of the game.
Salamat.
Okay.
Semangat.
They might have just needed that bit of a boost, you know, especially for Alter Ego right here. Now, going back to you guys as a group, I'm just curious to know if you could share a bit of your, you know, future exciting plans or future product that you have as Nona.
Well, we just dropped a single recently called Work. Yes. And yeah, Jakarta to LA, we brought a little piece of home when we were making the song in the States. And we're very excited to be performing in front of our Indonesian audience here in our home country. So, yes, thank you for supporting us, really.
We love you.
We love you all.
Exciting. So are you going to be performing that song tonight as well?
Let's see.
Let's see. All right, and finally, Nona, we're wondering because you have so many fans in the building and there's even a watch party outside anticipating perhaps a performance from you guys later on. So do you guys have a message that you want to share to all your fans out there?
We love you so much, Orchids. Thank you so much. We love you.
I feel like I was converted into an orchid.
I feel like an orchid too now.
Yep.
All right. Jadi untuk semuanya, untuk teman-teman, jangan kemana-mana setelah game yang ketiga karena hari ini di Tenis Indoor Senayan akan ada special performance yang akan dibawakan oleh Nona. Jadi for every viewer out there, whether you're watching in the venue or back at home, don't go anywhere after game number 3 because there is going to be a special, amazing performance exclusive for you guys by Nona later on.
That's right. And now we have it. Thank you so much for joining us here on stage, Nona. It's been a pleasure to be able
been an honor.
to exchange some questions with you. And I think you could see our players right behind us already, Eterna. So thank you so much once again. And I believe it's time we now resume the grand finals here at the M7 World Championship.
Thank you very much to Eterna, Brigida, as well as Nona. And hey, we'll see whether that's going to be enough for Alter Ego to get their mojo back.
I think they sprinkled a little bit of wisdom in there. Right now, as we see the performance of AE really just depend on their mid-trio so much. Maybe Hijime should be looking for another or maybe an off-pick mage like Esmeralda.
Ooh, but eventually there will be a trade between Eve and Jushin again. I feel like if Alter Ego eventually gets to the first pick, they will reconsider the Grok. Or maybe just totally let go of the Jushin if the Grok is available. Maybe just first pick it. I don't really remember if Alec actually likes to play the Grok.
Oh, he likes it. He likes it. He's got a few MVP performances on that Grok. And now the fans' prediction, and actually quite close here, Aurora Philippines 57% and Alter Ego at 43%. Again, showing how their entire journey here has been quite close. But again, in terms of preparation, it does seem like Alter Ego might have shown too much of their hand because it does seem like Aurora Philippines understand how to draft against them.
I don't know if it's a limiting factor for the side of Alter Ego or whether it's just a draft pattern that's been read really, really well by Dexstar alongside with Coach Master of the Basics, because so far it feels like they've been gotten away with murder for 2 games in a row. Coming in to this next one, I'm really hoping that they've got something else in store.
Look at that, man. That's so beautiful. If only we have at least one. Am I right?
Yep. At least one.
And you know, one would be nice. I'm not asking for 5. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to jump into the draft here. We'll see what map it is. It looks like it's going to be a broken walls again.
Till my last breath.
Thank you very much, whoever said that. And yes, Alter Ego first pick here, batting out the Harif as well as batting out the Valentina.
Totally different approach.
Hey, this is Coach Zephyr, man. Professor X.
Yep. They will first pick the Sora, I feel like. If not the Leomord, but I feel like, yeah, maybe the Sora. Because if you look back at the previous game, they prioritized the Yuzhong. Yuzhong and Cho was their blue 2 and 3 picks. And the reason why they didn't pick up the Sora was probably because they are afraid of that sudden Valentina pickup. That's also the reason why they didn't do it in the lower stage. So maybe this Valentina signals the Sora pickup. However, Aurora, they're going to be very happy about the trade because now, if the Sora gets picked up by AE, that is Grok and Jushin that they will get. So, I think all things considered, Grok is the best first pick.
Yes, Grok is the best first pick. We're expecting Jushin to get picked up for the side of Aurora +1. I think if this might just be another Fredrin game coming in if they want to be very honest here, or they can just wait a little bit later.
Yeah, Fredrin, maybe Fredrin and Jushin. the first two picks.
I mean, Leomord is still open, so I don't know. In terms of junglers, there's still quite a few.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see them delaying it a little bit. But yeah, I feel like Jushin you gotta take because Rockshin is pretty strong.
So it's the Granger and the Jushin instead. They're not showing their hand yet when it comes to their Demon Kite jungle choices. If you're Alter Ego, you will rethink your Leomord. It is still pretty good though. Leomord, obviously.
I think you gotta trust.
Just gotta just trust that the process. You have the Grok anyways. You're fine in the mid lane. Maybe just get a Farsa so that you have that Grok Farsa for you.
I kind of want it simple, just like Eve Leo. Yeah. Oh, but the CC instead.
That's the CC that we're talking about earlier. Reef's game. But now, if you're Aurora, you will now rethink your Fredrin just because of both the Eve as well as the CC. So they might just change this up. There still is the Yusen Shin though. That's the scariest part of being in the second phase, where in your jungle choice, if you want to do it red 3, you can easily adjust it. I would favor Yusen Shin here for Aurora, as it is a good hero with the Granger, and at the same time, you're not that scared of the CC at all.
Unless you accidentally get, curtain call together, and then that's a bit of a mistake on their positioning parts, but generally speaking, yeah, there's a lot of deterrence coming from both sides. We're not seeing as many steals as we did in game number 1 and 2. We were expecting the setup for the eventual Sora coming in from AE, but now Aurora has decided, you know what? We have plenty of options in the jungle. Let's pick up the Cho right now, and we've almost locked down the mid lane.
Are we just going to see both teams just choking out that jungle pool? But if they do that, Aurora definitely has the advantage here.
For sure. Especially because they have the red 4 priority. I don't think that it's smart for Alter Ego to oblige when it comes to limiting your jungler options. They might be better off just taking out the XP lane choices, like maybe a Yuzhong, which is still available. Even the Sora at this point. They do have the CC though, which is okay against the Sora.
Yep.
Generally speaking, they have the superior XP lane choice. I guess here, maybe Arlet might be their last option as a ban.
Well, right now we got to talk about the relationships between the heroes here. Eve as well as Grok. The rock manipulation here going up against the current heroes of Aurora. Do you feel like this is already a pretty good mid duo to deal with them?
I think it depends, right? Because at level 1, there is the possibility that somehow Light is able to get a full combination on top of Hijime, and that ends the laning phase almost straight away if the regeneration gets cancelled out later down the line by Yue as they fight in lane. But that's, that's besides the point. I feel like as we are looking at the EXP, Sora is getting banned out. We're completely avoiding the junglers. Yeah, Esme is something they need to consider, but then things like something that's super safe is Lapu Lapu for the side of Aurora just to get on top of the Eve.
Arlet should be the ban as well from Alter Ego. But I think the same is for Alter Ego is the Lapu Lapu, because it kind of just achieves so much. They ban the Esmeralda, indeed. But that will mean that Aurora can also benefit from that ban. They can pick up the Lapu Lapu themselves in Red 4. And that will open up a lot of stuff for Dominkite. They can even go for the Joy if in that scenario, especially if Alter Ego will commit to another fighter. And of course, a weak jungler. I mean, not a fast farming jungler.
Yeah.
So I think the Lapu Lapu just fits the bill for Aurora.
The reason why I feel like the Esme is a pretty good ban here, because looking at all the bans that Alter Ego has done, it's kind of protecting Hijime here. So I kind of feel like they talk behind the scenes. They're like, okay, you know what? Hijume's got to carry just a little bit, but that might mean that Arfi is going to carry the late game. Yusachin is still open if they want to go for double fighters.
Yep.
And let's see here. Leomord is open as well in case if they just want to go for comfort.
I feel like they sort of have to take it at this point, right? Because once you take that Leomord, at least then you have a little bit of threat around these neutral objectives, and you're, pulling eyes towards yourself to allow everybody else to kind of play around it.
I think the best option here for Alter Ego is to get the Alice, because there's not much killing potential from around the burst. They go for Alice as their XP lane, and then go for maybe a Leomord again. They pick up the Lapu Lapu.
For Denial?
For Denial. I think this is for Denial, but that also opens up Alice for Aurora, but Arlet. I think that they're just going to go Arlet. This is why I felt like the Arlet should have been the ban for Alter Ego instead of the Esmeralda.
I agree, but I think at the end of the day, right, the Esmeralda, I think that AE wanted to kind of be a little bit more flexible with the CC. So honestly, good on the backstaff from Aurora to say, you know what, let's take Fredrin first, wait for the full reveal, and now we have the options of actually going into the Arlet if we wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, like, going up against Aurora, I would say going up against any team here in M7 is kind of like, just pick your poison. Because you know it's going to come, but at the same time, sometimes you just got to take it.
Maybe Alice is a better option, but the Arlet's top one, Alice may be the second choice. There is a world where they pick up Terizla because there's a lot of physical damage here from Alter Ego.
That works too.
Yep, but the Arlet indeed is still going to be the pick. Honestly, looking really good for Aurora. Very standard draft that they have, but I think Alter Ego's draft is much better, has a better chance this game compared to game number 1.
What about you? What do you think about this one, Gideon?
I think it's going to be a little bit harder. I think that for AE, at the very least, they have a couple more options to play around. But so far, based on what we've seen in Aurora, as long as they don't mess up too hard in the early game, their recovery is so good coming into mid, and especially when we come down to late. So many of their composition styles is basically, hey, Blaze 5, Death Ball, peel, peel, peel.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Alter Ego has to win this one, because if not, Aurora will get match point. And we all know how high that pressure is going up against an opponent as strong as Aurora when they have match point. So now we're going to throw it over to the casters, Leo, Trex, as well as Mirko. It's your time to shine.
Till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Gideon Q pointed out a very pertinent trait that this lineup from Aurora could show up here in game number 3. The Death Ball. We might be throwing back to another Filipino staple strat that won them 2022's MSC in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, Alter Ego is still yet to score a single point in this grand finals matchup.
It's a comfortable formation for Aurora, but I have to say as well for Alter Ego, they finally kind of go back to an identity that they are well with. Fighters on the off lanes, a Leo Mord. They get Alec on something that can make plays, and it's all going to work around this RWM if they can make the catches. If there's a game that I felt like, okay, they have a good chance of winning, I do like Alter Ego's draft here.
So is it safe to say if they don't win this one, we're seeing a 4-0?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to speak in absolutes, but the fact that Arfi is on a fighter and all throughout the series, Game 1 and Game 2, if you've watched it, you'll know that they forced the same kind of violence onto Aurora Gaming, and the Northern Lights just keep saying no, then that might be it. Looking at the lane-to-lane matchup, Nino here, spots Light. Up top, it's the CC versus the Granger. I'd say this is as close to a fighter to marksman as it is to a marksman kind of matchup you could get.
Yeah, I do think Alter Ego in that gold lane, we may see some more rotation, a little bit of action in the mid, nothing crazy, but we might see quicker rotations at least coming from Arfi, which is going to be important, especially when it comes down to first, second turtle. We know how Arfi loves going against these marksmen with a fighter in his hands.
Yeah, he knows the matchup really, really well, so you can already see him winning it out, but for Domeng, it's fine too. I think Arfi right now, it's interesting that he's actually sending the shove the waves. Like this wave before Turtle makes sense, but the other waves earlier, right? Like, he should be shoving now. He shouldn't be trading. And earlier, he should be trading, freezing the waves.
And then he can just run down, forcing a flicker out of Hijuma here.
Uh-oh, no flicker. It's going to be all in on him. The taunt as well. Light able to get the first blood. Yasuke very low because of the Edward earlier. That's Yasuke trying to get in. Demon Kai walks up. It's a late, or it's an early retreat from Yasuke. And Demon Kai just snatches away the turtle from him.
Early retreat and an early death for Alter Ego Esports. Yasuke down. I'm having flashbacks from previous games.
Oh, Light! Able to get away to Dragon Energy Kundo now, all in on him. But Light took a bit too many shots. Still gonna go down as well, though, so it's a 1-for-1 in the bottom lane.
The damage on that slam, again, amplified by the health you have as a fighter in the EXP lane. You have a respectable amount. 1,000 up for Aurora Gaming now.
At least Nino finds something there, but it's not big. You find Roamer, he's going to be right back on the map. And look, you give gold plating, you give lane presence over to Aurora Gaming, over to Edward at that, who has been such a star in this series.
They're going to all in onto Demonkind, and he goes straight for the Fredrin. That RWM was actually misplaced. Light goes in, a big pump from Demonkind! And now it's Yua! Knocking two members up, Hijime, no flicker. 0-2-0, it's a double kill for Demonkind.
Alter Ego in shambles, and we're only 3.5 minutes in. Yasuke 0-2-0, Hijime 0-2-0. The stat board is going downhill for Alter Ego.
I don't even need to look for the ball. There's just a lot of death coming around for Alter Ego, and Aurora Gaming PH are serving it up. Half a minute till the turtle spawns, same spot. I think we're done with the gold lane advantage. Alter Ego have to figure out where else can we win, because Arfi bullying Demon Kite is beyond the fact. There's not much they're getting from there.
Demon Kite's the one with 3 kills under his belt. We said it a little bit earlier. Aurora Gaming feeling like they got a little bit of a stampede going. Taking some notes from their brethren, and they really are.
You can say that again, because cover these names, cover the team, and this could be a liquid draft.
Yep.
So what do we do from here for Alter Ego Esports? They've been behind, a nice flicker forced out from Hijume.
Huge.
Aurora Gaming at this point, I mean, Alter Ego, yes, they've fought from behind like this, but normally at least their mid is doing okay. Normally Hijume is doing okay. Normally Yasuke is doing okay. At this, it's only Arfi without a death.
Turtle here, started up by Aurora Gaming. No contest from Alter Ego, with no eminent play either. It seems like Alter Ego have just decided to stay behind their own comfort zones and farm up. Well, where is the farm going to, though? There's really not much scaling.
Exactly. I mean, the CC saying the scaling tech charge coming down, but great reaction now. Light definitely going to be looking for the re-engage now, as that's going to be like isolated, taken out by Doming. Light! Gundo on the way to drag and bring Hijume back, and Doming with a double. Now with a big bonk, Yue takes it away.
Aurora Gaming is hunting right now.
Oh! You know, next.
No.
Oh, Doming with the flicker out from the bravest fighter! And the recall on Nino's corpse.
Not against 4. Not against 4, El Padre. Ay, ay, ay.
Alter Ego is coming into these fights thinking they're still in the lower bracket, thinking they can still muscle around their opponents. But Aurora Gaming was ready for this. They've been watching, they've been waiting for this.
I've been saying this since yesterday, and it was good when Alter Ego only knew one speed, but now they're on the back foot. They're cornering Edward.
No way he gets away from this, right? That's an all-in, and RP picks up a kill, so finally Alter Ego, they get a kill after what, 3 minutes?
I mean, Light's playing out of his mind right now as well. He always shows up in the nick of time, and he didn't even use his Way of the Dragon on Alec earlier. He gets a kill on Alec, then flicks in and finds Hijume. I mean, Aurora Gaming, it's tough right now for Alter Ego.
Tough is an understatement, especially when you're down 2 games with nothing when it comes to gameplay or even a comeback. All that Alter Ego have scored all series long are little kills, small trades. Some of them they won in the first 2 games, but here, again, all they got was a kill on Edward down bottom and a Light. They're trying to get Arfi here. He's gone.
Final slash. Edward takes him down. RWM with no one to follow it up. Now Light is just going to go in. Try to bait out the flicker from Hijume, but they've already gotten the turtle on top of that.
Here's the kicker for Aurora Gaming as well, is they still have Doming Kite with a Sky Piercer at 3-0 and 1. Who, even if Alter Ego score...
He gets a steal, but he gets kicked back into Doming Kite. Now final slash from Edward! Hijume low, it's an all into the backline as Nino gets caught in the midst of it all, tries to deal some damage again, a big bonk that doesn't land, but Demon Kite still gets to kill. Doming will try his best to get another.
One by one, they all fall under the boot of Demon Kite right now. Bonk after bonk. He's a tanky boy, but he's still 4-0 and 5.
It's been a hot minute since Demon Kite tasted victory. He's gone around the world, played in Malaysia, came back to the Philippines, and now here in Jakarta. Just mere moments away from match point. Again, 2-0, and no clear signs of life from Alter Ego. A quick look once again at that sequence. An Aurora Alpha strike, no signs of doubt. Even underneath that tier 2 in mid, they were just counting ults, counting battle spells. Halfway through that fight, there was nothing left for Alter Ego.
And Edward is searching for an FMVP at this point. The guy has made play after play from game 1 to game 2 to game 3. And look at the range, Doming hurts so much.
And he's finding his own teammate for it, because Light is doing pretty good himself.
Taking a look at the items. Like I said, we just got a Malefic Gun in for Doming Kite, a 1.4K goal. I mean, everyone's got 1,000 plus gold lead at this time. There's really not much to talk about. Aurora Gaming has multiple, I mean, everyone's an item up at this point.
And who I feel it stings the most for is Yasuke.
Yes.
This is his signature pick. He almost single-handedly made Leomord a threat in the knockout stage. I was laughing at Leomord in the Swiss, but looking at the stats, oh, Yasuke, how has he proven me wrong? But now against the Fredrin, who he's down almost 2,000 gold off of, can't even dive in when he hits that Phantom Steed. He's at about the same stat base as the Fredrin, and that's a no-go. You're not going to get anywhere with that.
So here's the thing, right? Because Alter Ego Esports, we thought the meta was getting set down in the lower bracket. We thought what we were watching was the answer to everything. Aurora Gaming isn't even changing much of their gameplay strategy, changing much of their picks. They are the meta at this point. Whatever they want, their composition is winning out.
And we seem to be circling back in M3, Singapore. The world saw how you could play MLBB in a different way. The Ubistrat was debuted by Blacklist International. Now Aurora Gaming are throwing back to that. A free lord coming from them, spawning in about 25 seconds.
And who better to lead that Ube strat than Edward and your EXP laner, someone who was part of the creation, who was there for that moment. Alter Ego Esports. We are watching Arfi try to make it to the top, once again putting band-aids on flesh wounds.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's going to go for the clear now. But also Yue, the guy there before the combo, before the trio completely left. He was part of that roster too, and now, Edward just flickers out once. Nino still goes for the Bravest Fighter. The 1v1 will not happen. Edward's gonna try to cancel out the recalls. RP just gonna go for the turret up top, and they're still cutting the waves at the base. He's gonna be targeted down by Aurora.
But there's a Lord at your base right now. And Alec is all alone. They're trying to get back.
RP is already there. Yasuke doesn't have the steed. Lord already at the base right now as Alex has been caught on the Juju. No! Dominkai got them down! And it's Yue to throw him back! The base wide open! Aurora Gaming Philippines are a game away from cementing themselves in history!
Your jaw dropped. I saw that. In awe and in silence. The seemingly unstoppable Alter Ego cannot score against Aurora. And Aurora have barely lifted a finger. They played the same game 3 games into this series. How?
We saw 3 different faces in game 1, 2 to 3, and none of those faces were enough to even get a win, a single win. All the turtles have gone to Aurora. It's perfect from Aurora. And for Alter Ego, what's next? We already teased at the idea. What if they lose here with the Fighter Gold? What if they lose here with the Leomord, with the Chusin on Hijime? These are all the comforts that we've come to know from Alter Ego, aside from obviously the Freya that is banned out.
Something's got to give. There's got to be something else left in the playbook of Coach Sepher and Coach Styx to change the tides of battle, to give Alter Ego a second wind, because there's no turning back.
You know, I love the look of Edward on stage. He's just dazed out. It's like he's talking to himself saying, is this it? Let's throw it back to our panel as they break down the game.
Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of feel like no matter what questions everyone gives, there's really one question everyone is asking. How do you stop this utility jungler? How do you stop this Ube strat? Because even our casters talk about it. It started back at M3. This is M7. There's no changes towards, you know, Fred, Boxia. In fact, it was nerfed. And it's still one of the strongest things that you can do in MLBB.
I gotta say that Alter Ego attempted in game number 3. We did say that they had a better chance. In
I would say this entire M7, everyone tried.
Everyone really tried. I think that they have the tools to actually manage it. Like they have the Eve, they have also the CC. However, they're really not winning the first turtle. I feel like the way for you to eventually take over the utility jungler role is to win that first turtle fight. I think we are not seeing Alter Ego adjust to that first turtle. They're always giving it. They're always dying or getting poked before the game even starts. before that first turtle fight even starts, and you're not even utilizing your EX play to its full potential. The mid lane duo, although it is looking real good for Alter Ego, they're also not winning the lanes, in fact. And you can see that Yasuke is also getting bombarded in the jungle.
I don't know about you boys, but I think it's very, very clear. I think this is going to end up as a 4-0 sweep for Aurora, because the way that we are seeing AE, it's not like how we saw yesterday, right? The recovery isn't as clean. Everyone's a little bit more hesitant to go for the save, and I think more importantly, there's just no momentum behind them. After that game number 1, they feel deflated coming into game 2, and I think especially here in game 3, it was very evident that they just could not do much.
At this point, it really is come to what else can they do? Because you can't say that they didn't draft around what Aurora is showing, because they knew what Aurora is going to show. They drafted in a way that they have the answers. And I feel like they kind of want to get that first turtle, but again, Aurora will not let them have it. Right now, we're going to look at the MVP of this game by an official gaming phone, Realme, and it goes over to Light. Because at this point, as amazing as all 5 members of Aurora, it really is the Light and Edward show. There's no way to stop these guys.
Yeah. 1-1-11. You know, Leo already mentioned that this is very reminiscent of the Ube. I disagree. I think there is going to be a little bit of a variation here, because it's not just about, hey, we stay together, we win together. There's an outreach. There's a level of, hey, Edward, stick your hand out a little bit further, and don't worry, you're never alone this time, because you got Light to compensate and to support you.
One of the underrated ways to actually approach Ube that maybe most people do not really recognize is the fact that you can get in and out of the fight so if you master going in and out of the fights, you sustain yourself, and then the fight becomes very easy for you. That is exactly what happened in Turtle number 1, where there was a jump coming out from the Lapu-Lapu. They just back out just a little bit, enough for them to get out of the zone of the damage and then turn the fight around.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Light and Edward is the problem. Because I agree with you, right? There are ways to deal with it, but at this point, Edward and Light has cemented this style in their system so well that they counter the counters.
Information is powerful. The mechanics is the key to why they are finding so many different opportunities against AE by kicking their shins out, right? It feels like they don't have a strong foundation to sit on when Hijime goes down. And even for Alec, he's looking for opportunities. It's not like he's completely out of the water. But they time the cooldowns very well. Oh, the Nature's Barrier pops up. Great, no Mighty Swing. That's something else we can take advantage of.
The strength of the utility junglers, particularly the Fredrin with the Jushin, once again, by the way, from Aurora, which we did say is a combo that you should break if you're facing up against Aurora. The strength of that kind of composition is that it breaks that rock, paper, scissors thing of utility versus assassin versus fighters. It just wins both matchups. It's clear that when up against the Leomord, it works so well. When now up against assassin, obviously it's not going to be enough. So we have seen in games 1 and 3 how good this lineup is. Now, we turn the question back to Alter Ego. Alter Ego has won when teams don't ban the Freya against them.
Yeah.
And they now be not prideful enough to actually ban or break Fredrin and Jushin.
It's very difficult because Aurora, they always draft in a way where it's crowd control overload, and whatever you think they lack in damage, they just win by momentum as well as gold. Like, we can use 5 tanks, but if we're 5,000 to 6,000 ahead in gold, we're still gonna hurt you. Right?
I really envision what you're trying to say. And that's very true. And where does that start? Where does the lead actually build up? I hate to sound like a broken record. The first turtle fight.
Yeah.
You really have to put priority that Alter Ego needs to review what they have been doing in the past 3 games. Make sure that they are all aligned. Let's not do sour lanes. Let's not try to go for over 50-50s kind of risks. Then just focus on that first turtle fight, win it, and then maybe you have a shot at the mid-game.
And this is why I think that AE is probably going to drop the following game, because again, it's the lack of experience and more so being on a high, I would say the pinnacle here at MLBB. It's a lot of pressure. It's so much pressure. And I think, especially when you're playing on home ground, that's another level that you're going to have to think about. Every missed execution is just another moment somebody's going to clip it and say, hey, this is the downfall.
I mean, here's the thing. This is match point for Aurora. And it's a good thing, you know, looking at our show flow, we're going to have a bit of an extended break for Alter Ego as well as Aurora, of course. So hopefully by that time,
Interesting.
the players as well as the coach have to discuss amongst each other, be like, this is potentially the last hurrah. We can't let it go down 4-0 because, again, the whole world is watching, specifically here in Indonesia. They just got to lock it. They just got to win the first hurdle and then move on from there.
That's a first step. That's a difficult first step, but a first step nonetheless. It's now criminal to give up the first hurdle to Aurora, especially because they're now down in this game. And they're also drafting in a way that they kind of want to clash in the early game.
Yeah.
You know, if you get my meaning, it's not like they're completely avoiding. Because there's that kind of approach where you are completely like conceding your early game in exchange for a late game scaling. It's not the case for Alter Ego. We are seeing them trying to contest that with the Suyo, with the Leomord, with the Lapu-Lapu, and then the CC. The mid-range game that they're trying to employ is not going to work if they're not taking that first step.
And I think, if anything, right, if that Fredrin gets let through again, I'm hoping that maybe the counter pick in Baxia might come through, just so that we can at least see what would it be like, right? They've tried many different approaches. I think now the util jungle has to come in here, and unfortunately for Yasuke, as good as he is on pretty much any assassin he puts his hands on, without that utility, I feel like nobody else on this team will be able to have a good time.
Just slightly worried because that's something that SRG tried, and it also kind of failed because, again, the picks are good, but it's not just the jungler. The entire team kind of has to adjust, and this is where the question of identity really lies, right? Where Aurora basically has an impenetrable identity. You can't force them away from what they know best. There's always other options like, oh, you don't give us this, we have that. You don't give us this, we have that. So right now we're looking at the camp of Aurora, and they're very calm. They're making sure that they're not overly excited because, again, the game is not over just yet.
The job's not done, basically. This is a 3-0 lead that they have built up, but it doesn't mean that this is not losable, right? They can actually...
they don't want to choke.
Yeah, essentially. I was kind of tiptoeing around that word, but yeah, they don't want to choke.
I don't know how to tiptoe, but I do know that we will be heading over to the stage with our lovely hosts, because there's a lucky draw, maybe some kind of show happening on. So let's actually throw it over to the stage with the host. As long as everything goes well, throw it over.
Aurora Gaming from the Philippines are just one game away of winning it all. But of course, the surprises does not stop there.
That's right, Eterna, because now we will determine the M7 Lucky Draw winners.
Absolutely. Since this is a special occasion, it is the grand finals after all, we will be announcing 5 lucky winners from the M7 Lucky Draw that will win a total of 50,000 diamonds.
Bring out your phone, guys, and check your codes, because you just might win 50,000 diamonds.
So, I hope you guys are ready. Bring out your phones, check your codes, because the first code is 696IL2.
Again, that's 696IL2. Congratulations to our M7 Lucky Draw winners of 50,000 diamonds.
Wow, 50,000 diamonds. But don't you guys worry, because we do still have some codes ahead of us. Because the second lucky draw code is 7WQW7V.
Let me repeat. 7WQW7V.
All right. The next one. Are we ready? All right. The third winning lucky draw code is C4SCIS.
C4SCIS. You just won 50,000 diamonds.
Okay. We have the last one. Okay. The last one is 13A75B.
Let me repeat. 13A75B. Again, to remind everyone, the prize will send to you within 7 days.
All right, so don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that in the future, we will be having the lucky draw. So don't forget to log in every day for the next 7 days to make sure you get it. Is this another code that we're having?
I think
Is
so.
this our 6th code?
No, 5th.
5th code?
Yes, I think.
Okay, so the last one.
Yes.
All right, so the last code is Z6V4Z1.
Again, Z6 V4Z1.
It's okay. It's a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister. So you guys make sure, rewind on your phones. Make sure that you got the codes right.
Yes. So that is the 5th winner of 50,000 diamonds.
All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, once again, don't forget to log into MLBB. Check it out. Don't miss it, all right? Because, of course, MLBB, M7 this time around, they are not done with their surprises. But before we announce our next surprise, we want to test the energy level of the arena. Are you ready, Glenn?
Of course.
All right. Tennis Indoor Senayan, we want to hear your energy level. So,
M7, mana suaranya?
I think we could do that again.
Of course.
I think we can do that again. Let's try one more time. Kita coba satu kali lagi. M7, mana suaranya?
Better.
I like that. I like that energy. Because keep that energy up, ladies and gentlemen, because now it is time, Glenn, for us to throw it over to the mid-game show. So with that, let's head over.
Baby, take my hand. I want you to be my husband. 'Cause you're my Iron Man. And I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance. 'Cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. I see you standing there in your Hulk outerwear. And all I can think is where is the ring? 'Cause I know you wanna ask. Scared the moment will pass. I can see it in your eyes. Just take me by surprise. And all my friends, they tell me they see you're planning to get on one knee. But I want it to be out of the blue. So make sure I have no clue when you ask. Baby, take my hand. I want you to be my husband. 'Cause you're my Iron Man. And I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance. 'Cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum. No spoilers, please. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum. No spoilers, please. Baby, take my hand. I want you to be my husband. 'Cause you're my Iron Man. And I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance. 'Cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Baby, no spoilers, please. Ba-da-da-da-dum. No spoilers, please. Ba-da-da-da-dum. No spoilers, please. Ba-da-da-da-dum. And I love you 3000.
M7, mana suaranya? Nama saya Stephanie Putri.
Picking petals off of daisies. Think about you on the daily. I just wanna be the one you want. I just wanna be the one you love. Got me thinking you could save me. Everybody think I'm crazy. I just wanna be the one you touch. I just wanna be the one you trust. Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, yeah? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me not? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, yeah? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me not? Do I ever cross your mind? Heaven knows you've been on mine. You drive me crazy, oh baby. Do I ever cross your mind? Heaven knows you live on mine. You drive just like man in July. I know that look, I've seen it before, and I keep score. Got you right, I want ya. How you like that, baby? But we're too busy playing yourself. Ain't nobody else won't see me coming. I'm coming. Straight for the heart. You never seen us never looking this cute. My favorite part. I guess I'm looking really ass when I shoot. See me coming, but I'm coming straight for the heart. You never seen us never looking this cute. My favorite part. I get to looking really ass when I shoot. Hey, I'm coming straight for the This is our new song. Udah siap belum? Let's get to work. Get into it. Work, work.
Work.
Back up, get your heads blown. Suntan, about to send nothing much on. Island with a skin tone. On the back, gotta put in that.
Work.
It's that top notch, non-stop, make it hot. Backdrop, keep 'em guessing. Big flex, break a neck, cut a check, go invest, that's a given. Rock your waist trainer, hit your treadmill, do Pilates, how your legs feel. Take a group hike, do them squats, girl, it's go time. Go put in that work. Pump it up, girl, put in that work. Pump it up, friend, put in that work. Pump it up, sis, put in that work. Put in that work, put in that work. Pump it up, girl, put in that work. Pump it up, friend, put in that work. Pump it up, sis, put in that work. Put in that work, put in that work. 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 She looks so good, make the world turn. Yeah, I'm in it. Hot and rich could be my twin. I bet you want that shopping spree. I call that a workout. Lamborghini, how I crash out. So mini, Sweatini, hot and sweaty watermelon martini. When I walk into the room like $1 million, you can put it on my card. I don't know about you, but I'm making money moves. I'm the one to call it shot. Hot and sweaty watermelon martini. When I walk into the room like $1 million, you can put it on my card. I don't know about you, but I'm making money moves. I'm the one to call it shot. End of the day, you be saying my name. Top of your lungs, I will make the ground shake. What an earthquake, going so crazy. So loud, you kind of
Moisturizer, get the eye cream and the serum. How's the face feel? Take a group pic. Ooh, be so hot. Girl, it's go time. Go and put in that work.
Pump it up, girl, put in that work. Pump it up, friend, put in that work. Pump it up, sis, put in that work. Put in that work, put in that work. Pump it up, girl, put in that work. Pump it up, friend, put in that work. Pump it up, sis, put in that work. Put in that work, put in that work. 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 Put in that work.
freeze. Go straight for the eyes if you know what I mean. So now we got you hooked. Now we rise as one. Ain't play right now. No freebies on the book, but I let them look.
When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us sizzle. Got a crew so hot, no riddles. It's 0 to 100, no middle.
That's right, that's right. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us. R to the I, to the S, to the E. Gonna shut down the apps if they're trying to get past me. You can watch us sizzle. We're making this drop go triple. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right, that's right. When I walk in the room, we rise as one.
Tripping, don't know what they're missing till they saw us winning.
We rise as one.
Baby, now you're in the system, dropping to the rhythm.
We rise as
You know that I'm about to be the one to shut it down. Rising up and flying off the ground like, uh-oh. Gotta know it's Armageddon, uh-oh. If you wanna come get it nice to meet ya, better keep up out the future and delete ya, hide and seek us. So legendaries, don't think ya, you can beat us. So now we got you hooked. Now we rise as one.
Ain't play right now, ain't play right now.
Oh, freebies on the book, but I let 'em look.
When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us sizzle. Got a crew so hot, no riddles. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right, that's right.
When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us. R to the I, to the S, to the E. Gonna shut down the apps if they tryna get past me.
You can watch us sizzle. We're making this drop go triple. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right, that's right. When I walk in the room, we rise as one.
Got me wild and free. Now watch us stay alive, doing it like I do. If you're rolling with me, the best team that unite. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch me sizzle.
Got a crew so hot, no riddles.
It's 0 to 100, no middle.
That's right, that's right. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us. R to the I, to the S, to the E. Gonna shut down the apps if they tryna get past me. You can watch us sizzle. We're making this drop go triple. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right, that's right. When I walk in the room, we rise as one.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nona. That was amazing, man. I didn't know how they could memorize all those choreographies.
Yep, that's the way to call it. That was beautiful performance. A mid-break show. At least it kind of brings it all together, right? It was feeling a little down, but now in the arena, the Indonesians are ready for something else.
But chat, calm down. I understand that's a lot of dopamine.
Yep.
But now we got to reel it back in. But again, Nona was amazing.
Yep.
So now the realization of this match point from Aurora, Philippines. It hasn't gone away just yet. But before we even talk about it, we got to talk about Granger, because Granger is absolutely amazing. And you guys can get the new Thunder Ascendant skin quite easily. Just make sure you guys get the M7 pass. And then that's it. There's really nothing else that you guys have to do. Get the pass for you to get the Thunder Ascendant skin. In fact, while you have the pass, keep on leveling up, because then you guys will eventually get the true prestige, which is Granger's new Prime skin. This beauty you can unlock at level 75 on the track record, but if you go all the way to 150, you can get this bad boy.
It's so good. Every year they come up with a figurine, and this time around I think they really nailed it with this one. Really showing what MLBB is all about, especially for those dedicated fans.
And here's the thing, if you guys like the retro cartoon style, if you guys like to play STG games, then make sure you guys check
it is all about, especially for those dedicated fans.
And here's the thing, if you Acecraft, speaking of right now, again, we got to talk about the game, because
Game 4.
What do we do?
Game 4.
I mean, like, we do nothing, but what do they do?
We hope and pray. For our parts, we got to hope and pray that the team actually gets back into form, because right now the laning phase has been looking a little abysmal. As we've talked about many, many times about that very first turtle here, it feels like the meta seems a little impossible without that first, bit of gold.
A first step is definitely the first turtle, but the first step is the draft. And I kind of looked at the previous drafts, and I kind of felt like maybe one of the ways for them to eventually equalize when it comes to the laning stage in the first turtle is to start with taking away the Jushin as well as the Fredrin combo. That is definitely one thing that they could actually go for. And I kind of thought like maybe there is a condition for Aurora on when they will eventually pick up the Fredrin. Maybe they're just allergic to that Claude. Maybe if the Claude is banned out, which typically is going to be the choice here for themselves, they actually ban the Claude if they don't have access to Freya or something, or even the Leomord. So maybe what Alter Ego can do is take the Claude and then break that even Jushin. Jushin and Fredrin.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like it's kind of like the Leomord Freya. You got to take it away one or the other. And yeah, I kind of feel like it's better just to take the Jushin away. But with that being said, Yue has been performing out of his mind. Like, Demon Kite is great. But I feel like the team is making him have such a good time.
I mean, I feel like Demon Kai has one of their, I wouldn't say the easiest job because he still has to be like mechanically aware of who uses abilities and who needs to be disrupted in the middle of those fights. And you can't take that away from Demon Kai. He is good on that Fredrin for this particular reason and why he leans more into Fredrin than he does into Baxia. However, Light alongside with Edward have been making super plays time after time after time after time. And the consistency of Yue and Domen Kai really is coming up to uplift the team.
There was one part though during the break when we were talking, me and Guido were talking, and just like Edward as well as Light, you really feel that they really wanted to win in this series. They have been performing unlike any time that they have performed before. I'm sure that they have highs like this before, but them together on point, not making any mistakes, just being so good of a teammate for their carries. They're just amplifying Aurora so much that it looks. I mean, you could say that Demon Kite as well as Domin Kite's life were easy just because of what Edward and Light were able to do, you know?
And you know that Edward in particular wants to perform. Every time after the game, what is he doing? He's holding on both hands to that secret lap chair. He's holding himself back. He's trying not to explode full of emotion because, again, it's high stakes. If you overheat, that could be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, we keep talking about this is the last chance for Indonesia because this is the people's champ. Right? At this point, all the support from all over the world, not even from just Indonesia. I believe other regions as well is looking at Alter Ego and be like, we love your story. We want to see what more you can really do. But again, going up against Aurora Philippines, where they really have understood what they want to do, what they want to play, is really putting Alter Ego at a very tough spot. And Wolf, you yourself as an analyst have brought out different suggestions on what they can do. You know, separate the combo as well as try your very best to win that first turtle. And I believe that maybe you got to go for an early rotation of making sure that Nino has a good time going up against Edward and then try to snowball that momentum because we've seen how AE plays when they do get that early momentum. So it's kind of like get back your identity of I just want to kill people somehow.
And that's crazy because
in-game.
In-game. I had a chat with Kid Bomba, one of the best explainers to have ever played the game. Such a great personality. I had a podcast with him. He said that essentially laning has been less of a... It's actually the least important factor of being an explainer right now. Draft is more important and your contribution to the team fight's better. So maybe Nino might have focused too much on the laning stage that he thought like, oh, maybe I cannot do it anymore during the team fights. I think that they should refocus on the team fights instead.
Yeah, here we can see how difficult of a game it was for Yasuke because only dealing 12,000 damage on that Leomord in comparison to Demon Kai with almost 20,000. And again, not to say that Yasuke is bad on Leomord. We know that Yasuke is amazing on that Leomord, but this does show how basically Aurora Philippines made it so difficult for Yasuke to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the way that they're looking at the previous game recaps, right? We're going through them one by one, and the people who take the most amount of punishment always leans back to Yasuke and Hijime. If these two are not doing well, or at least one or the other, if you get both, it's a guaranteed win. If it's one or the other, maybe there's a chance for Arfi and even Nino to sneak back in.
I would feel like between Arfi as well as Domen Kite, it's going to be boiling down to the draft in a way that you kind of want to get the safest choice. So far, you are seeing a lot of priority when it comes to the choices for Domen Kite. He's third pick, I think, game number 1, and then second and third pick in game number 2 and 3. So it means that the heroes that Dominic is now using are heroes that don't necessarily have the counters.
Yeah,
like the Granger. Do you actually have a counter to the Granger? Not really. You can't really win in the laning stage. So maybe that's the reason why Dominic has been successful, is because he's having the safer options in the gold lane.
Well, Alter Ego, whether you're ready or not, we're about to start the draft here. We're going to be looking at the players as well as the trophy. And again, for Aurora Philippines, it's just one game away from them earning that trophy.
This might just be it. We need to see the early game performance coming in from AE. Was the mid-game show enough for them to find that full mental reset? Because if there was momentum on Aurora's side, they want to stay hot throughout that show. So when they touch the land of Dawn, it's all blazing glory.
And for you guys at home, you guys can get this redeem code GO to M7, which is pretty clever considering we also just had the finals of Nature Chess Go-Go.
Yeah, and I mean, quickly redeem the code now while you still can. Log into the game, input the code, and enjoy a random skin trial. Think fast, because these won't last.
I don't know if they can hear that, but you know what?
Shout out to Mirko.
Shout out to Mirko, man. Amazing.
Yep.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy. That's how you would describe him if someone were to ask you how to describe
Mirko?
Honestly, anyone or any talent for MLBB. It's like, how would you describe this guy? What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, as guys can see, the coaches are ready with the players. And this can only mean one thing. The draft is about to start. Game number 4. Match point for Aurora Philippines. And this is do or die for Alter Ego. If they want to get a reverse sweep, it starts here with Dangerous Grass.
Oh, that's very interesting. Dangerous Grass used to be notorious for having some of the longer games, because there are moments where micromechanics, as much as you are good at pushing buttons, if you just don't happen to see the guy on accident for a split second, it's over.
It's the heal the map, but now Alter Ego, Jushin is still available. This is what I recommended before game number 3 started. Ban the Grok, get the Jushin. Aurora, the answer with Leomord. Might be the Farsa or the Khalid. So it's just an exchange. Like, instead of getting the Grok, they now pick up the Khalid.
This does mean that a couple of things are still wide out in the open. Yves being one of them. I wonder if AE wants to pick up Claude for themselves at this point, willing to give up Sora to the other side if necessary.
I think the Claude is going to be the answer here for Alter Ego. To go with the Cho. So this is a good hero for Alec for sure. Cho and Jushin. Such a good combo. There's also that CC factor, I would say. Oh, okay, now this I did not expect.
I mean, like...
Oh, this is bad, but I hope that Alter Ego is prepared for this, because typically it's Leomord after the Yi Sun-shin.
I mean, like, here's the thing. It's do or die, and maybe the coach is just like, you know what? If we're going to go out, don't have any regrets. What hero do you like to play? It's like, I want to play Yi Sun-shin, all right?
Oh.
Even if we lose, at least you can say that's your favorite hero. You try your best.
Yeah,
they're just better.
I think now the Farsa is incoming for Aurora, but there is also that Harith that is tricky, because it's great. It's kind of good against the Kalea because you do have the Purify, and after the Purify, you're just like, you don't really have control of the Harith anymore. And Aurora really likes that hero. If not, they can just go back to the Granger. But yeah, it is indeed the Harith.
Yep. Comfort picks. It already feels like AE is playing Days of Future Past here. Professor Exhibit itself. I mean, what can you do, really? Like, as much as I want to say that there is a perfect line in the draft, that's just not the case here in the Grand Finals.
Absolutely not.
And I think the performance of the players takes priority and takes precedent over it.
Yeah. And now what Aurora will do, by the CC, maybe Esmeralda, obviously. And a very good choice, as it is great against Harith. Immediately, the Uranus. I think Alter Ego will ban out those tanky heroes in the EXP lane, just so that the Yi Sun-shin will have a good time.
Yeah, but right now you were talking about how you got to win that first hurdle.
That's right.
The draft coming in from AE. I mean, it's not complete yet, but the options that they do have doesn't really look like they can contest that one. Like, maybe go for the opposite lane, try to get a gank. Other than that, I'm not so sure if they can actually secure the first hurdle with this.
It doesn't really inspire confidence just yet, but we could be wrong in the second phase, right? Because Master of the Basics is already taking his time on this second ban. Yes, there are still things that are hyper tanking and could slowly start peeling them off, but at the same time, is there any consideration of, hey, maybe get rid of the Cho, maybe get rid of the bot, as we see the ban?
Oh man. That cloud should have been blue too.
I know.
But here's the thing. AE, they pick up the Eastern Shin. Does this mean that they will go for something like a Ruby Gold instead? Right?
Ruby Gold is really good versus.
Right? Basically, it's just like, you know what, Yasuke, it's all on you.
Yep.
The rest of us will sacrifice ourselves.
That's right.
So that you can actually farm this time and you can do damage.
That's the main reason why they're banning the tanky heroes now, so that they will not have to look for a shred. And also, Yisenshin kind of hates playing up against Uranus, Esmeralda. Maybe Alice is the next ban here for Alter Ego, so that Aurora will just go for a Lapu-Lapu or even a Yuzhong, in fact.
If necessary, we'll see whether or not, but it's going to be Farsa ban here. Huh.
I have a feeling that Alter Ego wants to pick up the Yuzhong for themselves. That means that Aurora must, if they're not scared about that, they can just go for the Lapu-Lapu and then last pick the Valentina.
Yes.
They also have the Eve. I feel like it's much better to just get Lapu-Lapu or Yuzhong now for Aurora, because now they open up a lot for Yue. At the same time though, Eve is looking good for Yue as well as the Kimi. So honestly, the first 3 picks coming up from Aurora makes them so flexible in the draft right now that they can just choose, just pick their poison.
I think they could go Sora once again, right? I think Sora would be the more flexible option, looking for different types of engages. No! Wow!
That is their Jushin counter, apparently.
I mean,
their Yisenshin answer.
This also kind of set up if they want to go for an Arlet again, because it can actually, you know, it's basically stun everyone. So I think they just want to keep the option there.
Yeah, so they go Granger, and I believe that they would want to go. They will not go for Ruby anymore.
This is very risky of picking up the Granger here.
They have to take the Sora.
Yeah.
They have to pick it, but then again, the Valentina for Aurora
they're not tanky. That's part of the problem as well, right? You have a Kalia, you have a Jushin, a lot of crowd control here.
And then they might be locked into the Phobias, which is gonna be bad. But
or Charizla.
Hopefully they're not tempted to that. I think the best choice is the Sora or Alice for Alter Ego.
Both seem pretty good to me. I think that Alice in particular, I'm leaning more towards.
I think it's over, boys.
This is a rough one.
A very rough one. Aurora, however, will not Sora. I think they will just go for a CC. Oh no, a CC would be.
Hopefully, what we're saying is just Caster Curse gives something to AE to win this one, because at this point, you need some mystic help to make sure that they're
a lot of luck.
You need a lot of luck. They need
a lot of luck. You need to make sure that, for whatever reason, the Zetian Ultimate into the Raging Sandstorm will whiff. Which I feel like it's not gonna happen.
It's so difficult. If they have 5 Golden Cats in their room, they are going to need 15 to compensate.
I mean, here's the thing again, Alter Ego, they want to go out with a bang. They want to get their very best heroes that they enjoy playing. Ladies and gentlemen, match point for Aurora, Philippines. This win will make them the champions of the M7 World Championship. And with that, we're throwing it over into the Land of Dawn with Mirko, Trex, and Leo.
1 game away from denying all the allegations. 1 game away from silencing all the haters. 1 game away from scoring and putting a mark on this series. El Familia have all of their fans, the Alter Champs, shouting, hoping that hockey kicks in now.
Hope is a fickle thing, though. Alter Ego Esports need to be able to pull this off with their own determination and skill at this point. And Aurora Gaming has just been so strong, have just been so clean from draft to execution.
It's now or never. They've been lucky all throughout, has been the joke, but now they actually need a bit more luck. But they also need to fix everything. Have they fixed? Have they done enough in the draft? Because Wolf said it's over.
Here's what's scary. For the first time in this 4-game series so far, Aurora Gaming actually have a favorable draft index. The numbers favor even them. Even the game's algorithm can tell that their draft performs much better.
And it's such a safe choice, or I mean, it could be safe, could be aggressive, but knowing how they've been playing on the back foot, it really looks like this pull yourself together is more defensive. You can already see it here. Ijume having to use it right as I say it.
And this is so un-alter ego. They're not used to playing this way.
I mean, to Hijume's defense, though, he loves that pull itself together. I mean, he uses it on a lot of heroes, and we've seen him use it on this Jushin throughout this series so far. Up in the top side, Arfi, is he finally going to have a time to shine on this Granger? I wonder if he's going to go for an early Sky Piercer once again, or just take the normal build route.
In addition to possibly Yasuke and Hijume in mid and in the jungle, Aurora Gaming PH might have countered and cornered Arfi into playing marksman, which, again, he's okay with, he's good at, but against Dominkite, he struggles with.
Yep. Jumping onto Edward into the pursuit constantly now, onto him. River Spider already used up by Edward. Like to be picked up now by Alec and by Hijume, but it's going to be the flicker around us. Doming rotates to the gold lane. It's Nino caught in the midst of it all, still through the Phoenix, and Edward goes through it with Yue. Dominkite gets rid of Nino, and it's Aurora with 2 kills and the neutral objective.
First turtle once again for the side of Aurora Gaming PH. 1,000 gold lead once again.
Wolf was chewing our ears off for this fact. Gideon was tag teaming the fact that if you do not get the first turtle, Aurora Gaming have basically won half the match. So, how does Alter Ego Esports fix this? Number one, protect Yasuke at all costs. But to do that, you have to kind of put Alec on the back burner. You have to put Hijume in a weird position, which it's clear that maybe Hijume isn't playing as aggressive as he used to.
It's almost, I mean, it's too late to protect Yasuke at all costs. He's already 0-1-0. He's already falling behind. He's 2 levels behind Demon Kite at this point. In my mind, Alter Ego, yeah, protect everyone. You need to just stop. You gotta slow it down. Maybe even give up the second turtle. Big Tsunami Slam.
Oh, Light gets away with the Raging Sandstorm, and now Demon Kite goes through, brings Alec back. It's gonna be onto Light. He goes. Last few shots, almost taking him down. Light caught in the bad spot, but he can just heal back up. And Aurora don't lose anything.
Hijume gets a little bit of nice chunk damage, but once again, it's still not enough. Alter Ego think they can take these fights when it's very clear to all of us that they can't.
When Nino starts joining these big 5v5s, things might change. I'm looking at how his Infernal Pursuit might kind of compromise Light, even Dominkite, but if you remember that first turtle, Dominkite came in late. Dominkite made himself scarce up until the very last moment where Alec almost died. So it seems like even on a timing basis, even when it comes to execution, Aurora may have found the checkmate.
You know, and to that point, Nino, we saw him on the Phobius earlier this series, and he did do amazing with those pursuits. We also heard the panel talking about how laning phase isn't as important. How well can you be an impact in these big fights? So it could almost be worth Nino leaving lane here and there to look for the plays in the Purify.
Near the Phoenix, man, you can already see the tilt, the desperation. It's now Yazuki jumping with a Shocker Light! Sun's about to win! Survives it all! A double kill now, Hijume is able to get RPA kill, but it's Yue who rotates.
Alter Ego are desperate at this point. Grasping at straws, grasping at Ghost, as Aurora Gaming continues to elude.
The last shot of the turret gets him down. RP gets one more.
Dirty trades up top, and it's at this point where I can tell Alter Ego doesn't even care what the numbers look like as long as we get kills. That whole sequence up top with the turtle far removed down bottom, taken by Demon Guy with no contest. The former Onyx Prodigy roamer, Alec, formerly known as Owen, started it up, but I don't think he's ever faced a team as surgically precise as Aurora Gaming PH for his 2-year career. He's gone this far. He's played so many tournaments countless times throughout the Indonesian amateur scene all the way up to the world stage. I don't think he's ever faced a team like Aurora.
Raging Sandstorm and even a flicker out from Edward. But Arfi gets away with a flicker. But again, I think it's worth it to trade flicker for flicker if you're on a Lapu versus a Granger.
Very true. Luckily, Arfi did get 2 of those kills down there. The only 2 kills on the board did go into his hand. First item was the Hunter Strike. Second item was Sky Piercer. The one time that he trades it.
And unfortunately, the stacks didn't come after the Piercer. So now Aurora Gaming are still up on timing.
It's very unfortunate at this point. Luck is not on their side. The past 2 games, he's built Sky Piercer first, gotten no kills. This time he gets 2 kills and decides to build it second.
I'd hate to say it, but their luck may have run out. And when it comes to the World Championship, you can't rely on luck. In comes Alec, looking for an engagement. Even he doesn't know if it's worth it. Dominkite pushing clean, and Nino pushing him back.
Went for the lane swap. Nino all the way up at top side. They want to fight for this third turtle.
It's the final turtle with Dominkite holding on. Phantom Steed info. In he comes.
Dark Wave canceling it. Raging stands up. Maker with Fury the Phoenix. Everything using the backline. RP does not have Flicker. And he gets torn through by Aurora.
And Nino's going to drop next. Yasuke on the run.
That's what you call an Aurora avalanche. A force of nature plowing through El Familia. 4,000 gold up. 7.5 minutes in. Alter Ego can't catch a break. Yasuke, he's down 1,000 gold.
Alter Ego just walking into a brick wall, walking into the avalanche right now, thinking they can man it. Even at that last play, they go for the turtle. They feel like this is a do or die situation when maybe it really wasn't.
And now Alter Ego back again to look for those plays. The plays you see when they are behind, but up against Aurora, who are so consistent, so disciplined, they can't be baited into a fight. Heck, when they take a fight, it's always in favor of them. Now Nino, he can't even go for it. He lands the Dark Wave, but he knows better than to jump on Doming.
Even with Yasuke in his wake, Yasuke is not in a fighting form because they can't see where the rest of Aurora are, and you know how it is. If you can't see your opponents, chances are they're just nearby.
Yasuke does get away there. You know, one of the big differences for Alter Ego this series as well, essentially this whole series, is not everyone can fight on their own. And in past games for Alter Ego, Arfi could handle his own. The rest of the team could handle their own.
Usually with a higher range hero like Granger and the Mount Shocker, Dangerous Grass is on your side.
Oh, light. Oh, he's trying to bait out the flicker. Phantom Steed now comes through. Doming for the side, goes over to Zaman for Tsunami's time coming down, but it's only on towards that ball for the Phoenix.
Everyone's able to get away there.
Edward!
Oh, still in the backside. Edward jumps in.
Doesn't get the stun, now gets stunned. Edward! What the hell? Jumps in under the turret and takes 2 down.
With a huge Hail Mary into the base. Edward was getting Arfi no matter what by the end of the day, and now they're going to move on to the Lord.
Alter Ego Esports is in no shape to contest. They can barely get out of their own base. The only things Aurora Gaming did not get out of Edward's trade was Hijume's flicker and the lives of him and his jungler. A free Lord for Aurora. Where else do they go?
I mean, at this point, you just pray and hope. You sit back. Endless Battle finally comes in for Yasuke. The ability to dive from Aurora Gaming, the ability to literally go under these towers and secure kills. That's why I say I don't know, because the odds are out there. A possible Hail Mary conceal play.
This is a start. A conceal, but they don't have vision. They don't know where the rest of Aurora are. They're keeping themselves scarce to keep this huge lead.
Here's the question, what do they do even if they found someone up there? What was the play? You're 7,000 gold behind.
Can't kill anyone.
Obvious. You're not going to be able to take anyone out on the opposite team. Just wait in your base.
3 years ago in this very arena, it was Sanford making that kind of play under tier 1. Edward does it under base turret.
Aurora Gaming looking to break into the base. Holy Shield up top popped. Down goes the Lord. Alter Ego keep their inhibitors, but lose everything else.
Alter Ego wants to stand a chance here. They need to stay put, stay split up.
Radiant Sandstorm for the Phoenix. Arfi taken down by Demon Kite. Tsunami Slam desperate from Alec. Edward jumps back away with the Raven Spider, and now Hijume is shining the light on them.
Yasuke taking a lot of damage as well. It goes down.
Alec standing tall, gonna be taken very low. Doming takes him down. Another mini wave coming in up top. Hijume is the only one left. He goes in against 4. And now it's Edward who walks up, throws the sword. Doming gets a double. They've wiped Alter Ego out.
Nino coming up, Arfi as well.
Nino, can he do it? He goes for it again. They go for the clear. Doming's on the base. Some Mon Force coming in. And it is all over.
The age of dominance continues. through the Northern Lights. Aurora Gaming Philippines are your M7